Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with some more Men of Yoshiwara with Takigawa. I noticed in the first video I didn't even give you guys a recap. I figured we spend too much time on recaps. Technically, if you're watching like this in a playlist, you know what happened last time, and since they're usually like the next day after anyway, it made not much sense to do them anymore. Other than giving you guys a head up at the end of the video, near the end, there's going to be a poll for the next guy, so make sure to check that out. It's in the little eye icon up above. I don't remember if that's there the entire video or not, but the thing will pop up at the end, at the latest. Alright, anyway guys, let's continue on. We're on chapter 4, A Lap for a Pillow. Take care, my lady. Thanks. Musashi bowed with a smile as I left him behind at the large gates. Recently, he accompanied me only to Yoshiwara's entrance. While that showed progress, there had been no change in my emotions. I decided it was past time to cast aside my fear and become stronger. Like many times before, I waited for Takigawa alone in his room. But this time was different. It wasn't because something had changed inside of me. It wasn't because I'd grown past the desire to live inside a dream. Just that I wanted to know his heart. I wanted to understand him. That's what had brought me here today. Miss Kaze, may I have a moment? May I have a moment? Certainly. It wasn't Takigawa but the manager who appeared first. Whether there might have been some sort of problem. Truth is, I've been thinking about Takigawa having a procession lately. All I would need is your word to make it happen. Are you suggesting a procession for me? Yes, precisely. I thought back to the one I saw. I read how joyful I thought it would be to be part of it. Why not? There really was no reason for me to refuse. I agreed to go through with it. The manager left, and after a while, Takigawa arrived. I hope he likes it. I heard the news, Kaze, about the procession. Perhaps due to this, he seemed to be a little perkier than usual. Just watching him made me feel more excited. I'm not sure why someone like me was chosen for it, but what are you talking about? You're the best fit by far. Takigawa suddenly scooped me up in his arms and embraced me tight. Was he really that happy? The sudden sight of his new side of him threw me off balance. You won't mind if I take charge of the costumes, right? All on your own. You're kidding. Do you even know how much that would cost? I have no idea. Just let me handle it. Are you sure about this? Yes. I was still cradled in his arms and he aimed his gaze straight into my eyes. It was like staring into the depths of a deep, dark ocean. My mouth watered. Why is my mouth watering? I can remember exactly what Takagawa's procession was like. I'm going to make sure mine blows his out of the water. Takigawa chuckled. Oh yeah? Who put you in charge? It's not worth doing unless I can make it the best. I shot back feeling embarrassed but no less adamant about the situation. This time he chuckled even louder. You're sure competitive for a woman. It's one of my less charming traits. I happen to like that in my women. Are you calling me a charmless woman? A beautiful one, no doubt. Stop teasing me. I'm not. At least, not about your beauty. Really? Yeah, you're prettier than every other woman I've seen before. Perhaps your personality could use some work. But as much as you're clumsy and rotten, your face makes up for it. I couldn't tell if he was insulting or complimenting me. So let's see, I could hug him, say nothing, or ask him. Yeah, screw it, we'll just hug him. Tucked inside his warm embrace, I slid my hands around his back. And then, for the time, you do something sweet like this. From time to time, sorry. You really are adorable. While heat poured off his cheeks, I nestled my face against his chest. So, will you let me pick out the costumes? I lifted my head bashfully. And then, he surprised me with a kiss on the forehead. I don't have a choice, I guess, if you want to dress me up that badly. This man, he always knew how to rile my emotions. In exchange, you're not allowed to think about Takigawa. Uh-huh. From now on, keep your thoughts on me. Got it? All right. Good. We have a deal. It'll be procession fit for the greatest courtesan and finest family on the island. Whoa now, don't get carried away. Why not put it in simpler terms? You just want to dress up your favorite courtesan ever. Anyways, those cute blushing cheeks of yours are all that I want to see. I rushed to cover my warm cheeks with my hands. He grabbed my wrist before I could. And landed a kiss on my lips. His smell assaulted my senses. It dizzied my thoughts and weakened my defenses. His tongue slithered inside my mouth and swam around. As I ran out of breath, he pulled away just as my mind went blank. But you have to work on that kiss if you want to be my woman. Oh my. How could you say that? This time my cheeks burned like they were on fire. Our talk continued for several hours. Mostly we spent the time discussing the procession. Wanting to get a head start on the preparations, I left Yoshiwara quite early. I wonder how Mother's going to take it. The word was out. Takigawa was having a procession for me. I'd make sure he was the best dressed courtesan the island had ever seen. Prepare, I had sent for lots of help. The procession was a luxury event and called for fancy hair ornaments of all shapes and sizes. It wouldn't be complete without elegant kimonos of the finest quality. My mind swarmed with gold and silver threads and phoenix patterns for the designs. Takigawa would surely look remarkable in such a regal outfit. What's wrong, Kazi? You look troubled. I searched through the fabric we had in store to give me ideas and inspiration. My mother noticed me and called out, "Oh, Mother. I just finished updating the ledger a few minutes ago." "Oh, thank you. So what are you doing here?" I got carried away thinking about what kimonos used for Takigawa. Sorry, I'll get back to work. Takigawa, Maybe something majestic would suit him best, I think. Mother stared off into the distance. It was like she could see Takigawa standing there. I squinted and did the same. What do you think about a phoenix pattern? That sounds lovely. The mythical bird actually suits him well. Really? I had been worried about the choice, but my mother's approval gave me the reassurance I needed. Using the spare time I had while working, I continued planning the procession. But one day... You useless brat, I don't want to see your face ever again. I'm sorry, Mom. I really am. After finishing work, I went out with Masashi for a walk around town. We met with this terrible sight of a woman brutally hitting her child. What's going on? I believe it is Lady Hiraraya. I recognize there's a lady who runs the library I sometimes frequented, an angry librarian. Stop it! It hurts! I'm sorry! The woman continued her assault while the child curled up defensively in a ball. I moved into action. What do you think you're doing? Enough! Stop this at once! While Masashi and I yelled at her, she shivered and her hand froze in place. As if fleeing, she ran into the library, leaving her child behind. We decided to bring the child home with us and take care of him for the time being. Free adopt a child. At least until his tears stopped. Back at home, the child vigorously stuffed snacks in his mouth with delight. At least he's happy now. But the trace of tears in his cheeks racked my heart. But why? He was only about 10 years old. How could anyone so severely punish such a young child and not be ashamed? It happens more often than you think. Huh? I stepping away from the child, Musashi spoke as if it pained him. When a boy is born, he will assuredly be sent to the pleasure district. For that reason, their mothers often treat them with disdain. I can't believe it. They must feel resentful that their child will be taken away from them. Oh, this is only conjecture. The child, having finished his snacks, licked his fingers and looked our way. My mother hates me. No, he meant it casually. My older brother got sent away too. I think she wants me out of her life as soon as possible. But you're only a child. I don't... Terrible grief cut through my thoughts short, and my child looked at me curiously. Mom said I'll be getting my tattoo soon. As soon as I get one, it's off to the pleasure district for me. Thanks for the snacks. I never had anything that tasty before. His innocent smile was bittersweet. Adorable as it was, it pained my heart to see. Somehow it reminded me of Takigawa. It might actually be his brother. He said his brother. Or it could be someone else, though, to be fair. Particularly how it hid some deep, dark secrets behind a beaming grin. Some time later, shortly before dark, the mother came to pick up her child. Though I admittedly wasn't pleased to hand him over, there was little else I could do. I just felt worried sick about him. I wanted to help the boy from the library, even though I knew I couldn't. Birthing a boy on this island was a tragic and pitiful misfortune. A newfound hatred for the curse of the island brewed inside me. Meanwhile, I tried my best to focus on preparing for the procession. When I came to a stopping point, I decided to head over and visit Takigawa. Which of these hairpins do you like best? The jeweler came with me and spread out a mass of hairpins before us. They were all, of course, ones I had proved on my own already. Let's see. Takigawa picked up a few to inspect. What do you think? I wanted you to pick what you think looks best on me. I did already. That's what all of these are. Miss Many? Indeed. She struggled so long she was only the best for you. Really? I wanted to steer away from anything too flashy. You're more suited to wearing things of exceptional quality. Yeah. His hand swooped over the hairpins to pick out a few more to inspect. I glanced over as he looked at them. A brief and subtle pain clutched my heart. His face reminded me of the boy from before. Takigawa and I met later with a hairdresser for the procession. After that, we discussed which sash pattern to use, among other things. Geez, all this work has me worn out, he said in a silly voice. And then, pushing me over, he rested his head on top of my legs. Oh, now that's actually really cute. His gold little shimmer that's on his hair is kind of hiding. But it's still cute. I was first in the shock because I became his very own lap pillow. I could get used to this. It feels so nice. Just relax, would you? I was embarrassed that he noticed my muscles were all tense. Who wouldn't be when all of a sudden you'd become someone's pillow? I'm wiped today. I think it's supposed to be wiped, not whipped. I'm whipped today. We'll go with both. Never knew preparing for procession was such a huge undertaking. You don't enjoy it? It's all right. The next time, I'd like to give you a gift instead. Was he being serious? I was about to ask if he was, but he smirked at me first. Something told me it was better not to. So, what do you like? What do I like? Yeah, everyone has at least a few things they like. I thought about it. I don't know. Try to guess. Tell me more about yourself. What about you? What about you? What do you like? You're turning the tables on me, eh? I feared I might have angered him by asking that, though he surprised me with his own sly grin. Sounds like we have a lot to learn about each other. Yeah. I nodded lightly in agreement. His warm hand moved and rested atop of mine. Gently he stroked his fingers across my skin. I can guess what the young you would have liked, though. Huh? Did you walk around with a flowery pouch stuffed to the brim with rainbow of candy? That and a bunch of origami paper. How did Takigawa know about my past? You always sat prim and proper next to your mother. Takigawa? Oh my god, what it... Okay, so the little boy said his brother already was there. And if she's been there, maybe technically we could be childhood friends or just next door neighbors. I didn't really interact with him because I was little. Didn't care. Sounds like it. Except when she wasn't looking, you sneak me some candy or made me a paper crane. I was so young back then. I could have sworn you had a magic pouch. I thought a lot about you. Then and now. He squinted as if remembering the past. His expression distanced itself from its usual pompous look. Now he looked gloomy, which hurt my heart. Was it not connecting with you that he somehow knew me when I was little? Knew us, I mean? Come on. There we go. Had I met him sometime in the past? The question remained unasked as the silence continued. Just ask him. But then his hand shivered as he came back to reality. Takigawa? It's just a memory from long ago. You probably don't even remember it anymore. You made excuses for me, as if it wasn't my fault. I'm sorry. No, it's fine if you don't remember. Actually, it's probably better that way. How come? Because you picked me for who I am now. If you knew who I used to be, it might not have been that easy. So we really did meet, didn't we? I think I'd remember someone like you. There's only a handful of people as beautiful as him. Even as a child, I can't imagine forgetting someone like that. It seems I had. I'm no captive of the Pleasure District now. That's who I am. But you don't have to remember. He pulled his head off my legs and sat up. The warmth faded from my skin and left me feeling cold and lonely. Let's just think about the present. The only thing that matters is us right now. He pressed both hands to my cheeks as his firm voice sunk into me. Held in place, I couldn't look anywhere save for his eyes. Takigawa was waiting for my response. I slowly nodded. I'm looking forward to our procession. His radiant smile stole my breath. I felt lost, wandering through my mind for my own memories. As quickly as he'd revealed the past, he hid it away again. Would a day come when I remembered as well? Later at night when I went home, I asked my mother about going to Yoshiwara together when I was young. Of course, she denied that ever happened. So how could Takigawa and I have ever met? Where had those memories of his come from? They don't go immediately there. My character, I swear. If you just met a little kid who's about 10, he could have met you in like that age range. So he, whatever self. Alright, that wraps up chapter 4 with Takigawa. Okay, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed the video and haven't already. There should be, let's see, 5. Okay, yeah, so there should definitely be a poll up above in the corner. Make sure to do that so I can figure out who we're going to do next, either Asagiri, Gakuto, or Utsusemi. I was like, I forgot someone about to repeat his name. My bad. And it'll be in the poll card. And I think that's about it. You can check my social links down in the description areas below if you want to follow me there. And I'll be seeing you guys later, alright? Bye, guys. Bye. Kaze out.